It's a little bit difficult to work with the phone. I have to choose which one here. Using the phone is kind of hard. Is it? I hope it's not as bad because I don't wanna. I don't wanna turn on my PC right now. Just wanna chill, listen to some YouTube conspiracy theories. Okay. I have to like go around the phone just to see that, to work on that. You hear the cat? She wants to interfere with our work. Here she is. She wants to interfere. The secret is to use paper like this, so you can dirty your brush on it and see how much powder you have on your brush. Then just work slowly, like painting so soft like that. It's like putting on makeup. It's all about patience and enjoying the process, the slow build up. And if it's hard to see it, you'll be able to see subtle changes by blinking or just looking away from your work for a few seconds and then just coming back. Or you can squint your eyes and see the general the depth that you've been able to do. Just squint your eyes, step back from your work, all the usual stuff. And eventually it's going to be all about instinct, and you can tell how much value that you've added to that certain spot. Important thing for me is are these markers here, just so I don't get lost. Hello MB Pyro Alarm and Amar Lali. Hello to Risoline Luisa. Hi Luisa, is that you? Mano. Mano. Oh, you're from Brazil. I hope everything's doing great. Welcome, welcome. So what's going on? How's your day going? I hope everything's doing great. You're doing great. And if it's hard to create a shape, like say for example here, like if it's hard to make it round, just use your eraser after adding that and then just tap it. Or you can use your pencil and just draw with the pencil eraser. Sometimes it's easier to do that, to subtract. Just slowly everything slowly becomes light, light touch. Just keep layering. And what's good about this process is it turns out that it allows you to create a more natural looking forms by layering, because in reality the faces are human faces are not really even, right? There's shapes there, fat nodules, like certain curves and stuff. And if you do it quickly, like single pass shading, it kind of looks digital, or kind of looks fake. So there's advantage to just enjoying the process, just layering stuff. It's just like, not only does it help you relax, it's also easier on the brain. You're not so nervous about what you're doing, because when we do too hard, right, like we go too deep too soon, too dark too soon, kind of gives us this pressure that, you know, might get it wrong. So if you do it slowly, the forms appear in your drawing, and also you can also see them then in your reference. You can start to see things that are invisible, because, you know, before we added this, for example, we can't see this because we were so focused on, our brain is focused on trying to figure out what's on the reference that are obvious. So we start slow, we move slow. There's a lot of advantage to that. It's like the whole painting is like opening up to you for more detail. These are just cheap makeup brushes from China. We only really have Chinese products here in the Philippines, and they're not bad. They're not bad. They're disposable, but they're not bad. And some of them are like hard to break, like this one. You can use this for oil, you can use this for My cats doesn't even get ruined. Donnie, you wanna say hi? Think she wants to say hi. Donnie wants to say hi. Oh. Her name is Donnie. So cute. Yes. Yes. You wanna eat now? Do you wanna eat? And start from the darkest area, like for here. If I wanted to shade this, I don't want to start here at the lightest part. I want to grow from the darkest parts. So it's safer. It's more controllable that way. I know I did that, like I started here, that's why I'm saying it, because that was a mistake. It's unsafe, but you can do it. It can be done. It's just not safe. This one I need to darken this. Serious. Later. Because it's too detailed and the camera is in the way. You know how it is. I want to put my face like this close to the paper. You know how it is. You've done the work. Because, you know, I wear glasses, and if I come too close, like a foot away, then everything starts to get dizzying, and so I have to remove my glasses and just go close so I can see. That way, everything is workable. I used to like draw like shade like in digital or using crayon and stuff, just starting from the middle, because that's the safest way, right? When you're using crayons or digital, because if you start from the edge, you could like go past the edge, right? But here it's the opposite, and it helps you create the sfumato. just by layering, because you create an illusion of shadow, blurring and stuff. Hope you guys are doing great though. Let's see. This part here, I'm not too sure about this. Don't want to darken it too much. I don't want to make it like a cut, but I also need to put it there. I'm not sure if this is the right way. So I may have to think about this later. This one is too hard here. The line here is too hard. It's like a makeup brush, a cheap makeup brush. Everything I use is cheap. And they work well, actually. They work well. Far better than expensive ones. I don't know. Maybe this is what's cheap to us right now. Maybe it was the best in the past. So, if you take this to Venice, like in the 1500s, I think Leonardo is just gonna scream at you that he wants to borrow it. Just gonna say like, bro, where'd you get that, bro? And I see it, and then he's gonna study it, and he's gonna try to spend like a few months trying to recreate it, create a machine so he can make more. You know how it is. It's gonna be so funny. It's gonna make like an auto crimper. No, you wonder why they don't make something like that in the past. Maybe it was easier to just manually create one brush and then just work with that. It's me, I bought like tons of brushes just to look for the right brush, and it turns out the cheaper ones are the best. Dollar store brushes. In the past, when I started learning charcoal, I've often wondered how to create a smooth stuff like this, and I see people like scrubbing the paper and stuff. So they rely on the paper, they rely on the type of charcoal. But then eventually you can also rely on your brush control. So just control the amount of dust that is on your brush and you're good to go. And of course the type of brush. Also you need to get familiar with the brush that you're using. Like for this synthetic ones, they don't hold too much charcoal. Even if I like rub it on here like so hard, it won't have much charcoal on the fibers, but they can be caught within the fibers, among the fibers, because it's too tightly packed. So it performs differently compared to say a brush like this, right? This is natural brush, and this can hold some charcoal but not too much. But there are brushes like natural hair brushes that really holds on to, can grip, like can hold on to a lot of charcoal, but you don't really need that much, right? Except if you're trying to create like this artistic stuff. But you know, the point is every brush is different, and you can experiment with that, play with that, you know. It's fun. And eventually realize that there are brushes that are in the middle of everything that you can push here and there, and then they can just achieve all the brushes, what all the brushes can achieve. But you know, for wide shading, like I need to use this, right? So I dirty it a little bit and then just softly scrub it there. And it's important that the paper is not wet or your brush is not wet, because you know, you don't want to I've drawn on gesso, and that's a different process. So, you know, the point is to experiment, you know, try it out, have fun, don't worry about it, just create the shading, create shades like half moons and stuff. Doesn't matter. The point is to get familiar with your tool and just play. When did we become too serious? When did we become too fearful? When we were kids, we're serious, but we're actually just playing. And every drawing that we do is serious. We want it to come out right, but we know that there's more to learn, right? So it's like every page of your notebook, of your math notebook, it's like a training. Okay, so right now it's everything is light. Everything is too light. Eventually I'll be able to darken this just by adding more. So I didn't want to, here the hair, of course, I want it to be too dark. So these are references now, the eyes. So I can look at the reference and see, oh, how dark is the ambient occlusion here compared to this. So I now have reference. So how dark is this compared to this, compared to this, compared to this. so it's easy, right? Anyway, that's it for me right now, and I hope you guys have a nice day. I'll see you soon.